This week I've given you 3 potential articles to read, and I've asked you to write a refutation essay in response to one of them. The point of this assignment is to have you read another person's logical and rhetorical attempt to convince you of their position, and then for you to respond in kind. You can take a position you firmly believe, which I would expect most of you will do, or you can defend a position you're not really convinced of for a heightened challenge. You don't need to completely argue for or against each argument. You're also free to qualify an existing position or create a modified one of your own. Here's how I'd like you to go about it. Begin by thinking about each of the arguments on a large scale. Decide whether you tend to agree or disagree with the author. For instance, do you disagree with the gist of preferential treatment for the poor, that moral issues aren't the central ones in poverty? Or are you opposed to the premise of our banana republic because you don't think we really live in a banana republic? Once you decide on a general point of view, you can lead us through your reasoning. Begin your essay with a riveting introduction. Notice how these articles begin with something insightful or thought-provoking. Your essay should do the same. Somewhere within your introduction, the point you make should become known, though you don't have to state a specific thesis with each point you plan to make outlined. You can be more subtle and use a journalistic kind of style here, but let the audience know your stance on the issue. Then you'll need to address the arguments the original article makes. You should begin your discussion, somewhere in the first couple paragraphs, by stating the author's premise and explaining his general reasoning for it. Be sure to mention the article and author by name somewhere early on. Then you can form the rest of your essay around responding to his sub-arguments, or by forming your own reasons for your position and referring to the author's contrary ones as they're relevant. Either way, establish good reasons for your own position, giving several conclusive explanations for it with your own reasoning, examples, and evidence. The central theme of each paragraph should be clear. You don't need to do much research for this, but if you do find examples or statistics that make your point, you're welcome to include them. Just footnote the website or the book in with something general about it. You don't have to worry about MLA citations here. Your conclusion should be witty and confident, synthesizing your position and the errors of the other side. Your essay should be about 2 to 3 pages with standard formatting. And if you come across any questions as you write, please feel free to ask me and I'll be glad to help.